Alright guys, here we go, man. Today's adventure is we're removing all this wallpaper in this home. And then we're gonna clean up. There you have it. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, folks, this is day 2 of stripping the wallpaper. So I got this room all done yesterday. Okay. Cleaned up the floor. This carpet's all getting replaced, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it. But I'm gonna clean it up anyways and get it looking good. So anyways, got that all done. Okay, this is what I got done today. I'm working on it right now. So what I'm finding is best is to go through, rip off the initial wallpaper. This is the undercoat underneath it. So I rip off the first stuff, all this green, take all that off first, and then I spray it down with some it's like for to take glue off, I think. Penetrates and dissolves paste and residue quickly. This is really good. So I take off the green paper, then I score it with this. I score it, and then I spray it all down with that degreaser, and I let it set. And then I come back with the steamers, and I steam the heck out of it, and I pull all the rest of it off. And then I lay plastic down, and so when I took down all that the wallpaper, I just threw it on the plastic, I wrap it up, throw it away. Now I'll put new fresh plastic down, tape it to the baseboard, and then when all this glue comes off, it falls on there and it just doesn't make a big mess, you know. You can keep control of it. So we have this, we have this, we have this hallway, and one other bedroom that needs to get done. So let's get to work, man. Chico's favorite painter, your favorite painter. Plus, another thing, if you guys want me to come and just remove your wallpaper so you can do the painting, call me. We'll work something out. Okay, guys, once you take off the top coat of wallpaper, then you're going to be left with the stuff that glues. Okay, you're going to score all that with that little scorer. You'll see in other videos, and then you're going to come back with your steamer, and you'll spray it with that removal stuff. And then I get my steamer, just like this.
An hour and a half, so he's in charge.
I won't make any big decisions, but I'll take his word.
And that's how you do it. I'll have to obviously come back, and after you do all this, after you get it all knocked off, you'll come back, probably lightly sand it, and then you'll want to wash it with TSP to get everything off. Everything needs to come off, and they don't need to be primed. So we'll get into that later. I'll show you all that process too. But DIY, how do you take off wallpaper? All right, got it all off the walls in the living room. Now I'm going into the hallway. Got this hallway to do, and then a bedroom. My wallpaper removal is final. Let's see how this will play out. What's that?
Maybe this one's not as bad.
Oh, it's all bad. All this paper has to come off. It just looks nice. When you do this, you know, this is 3 different ones.
Probably. No big deal.
We can stay out there, but is it okay if I temporarily put the TV back up?
You can do anything you want, but yes, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it.
No, you're not. No, you
I'd
don't hire
rather
people
have you do this.
No, you don't hire people to do it
I'd
yourself.
rather have you do this. You do that.
No, everything will go back for your comfort. Yes.
No, I'm just gonna put the TV back up there.
We'll do it right now. Just decide to do something. I'll do it.
I'll do it tonight. You don't need to do it now. So we could live out there.
No, unnecessary.
After my wife's out there, so you
For reason.
got the heater going out there, and it's nice and toasty warm.
There you go. Okay, guys, we got the hallway done. Out of all of it, this was the hardest part. This hallway. This is some rough stuff, and it was stuck to it like, man. So now we have the last room to do, the yellow room, and this actually has 3 layers. They got the yellow, it got that rose, and it got this pattern here. So we'll see how hard this one is. Hopefully not too hard, but we'll get it done. Bear with me. Okay, guys, I can't quite remember where I left off last in a video, but this is where I am right now. So I have gotten all the wallpaper removed, and then I went back and I sanded the walls because a majority of this house is plaster and it's never been textured. So they just said knock it down. It's not going to be rough, but it's not going to be like a texture, you know. So that's what they wanted. Remember, there's some patches throughout the house. I went and filled, taped, and floated all the patches out and sanded them. Then I came back and I sanded all the windows. I have to get up underneath these ballasts, I think they're called, and sand in there by hand. But I sanded everything. I sanded all the door jambs, the casings, the doors, everything. So all I have left is to get up inside here, up in there, and hit the baseboards. Then I will go through, I will wipe down everything. Remember, there was big cracks everywhere. I will wipe everything down, and then I will and I'll caulk everything in. Ooh, this has been a lot of work, man. And plus there's a lot of property, so I have to move back and forth. So that takes quite a bit of time, but we are getting it, man. And when I say we, I mean you and me. So a lot of the underneath the drywall, underneath the wallpaper, a lot of the drywall was damaged. This is drywall. This little area on the right is drywall. And some places are drywall, some places are lath and plaster, some places are both. But This, man, I'm telling you what, getting this wallpaper off was an absolute challenge. So this whole wall right here was completely damaged, and it was like lath and plaster and drywall connected. So I had to get in there, float that out, sand it. Same thing, there's a big old patch of drywall in there. So I fixed that, had it floated out. Whew. This was the yellow room. I think it's actually going back yellow, which is pretty cool. So I sanded all this stuff. Everything is sanded. Again, I need to wipe it all down. I need to sand the baseboard right now. I'm going to do that. All the doors have been sanded. The patches in the ceiling. There's a big old patch around that. Big old patch. This was an awkward looking patch, but I just floated it out really kind of far, kind of smooth it out as much as possible to get that done. So, booyah. Another patch, another patch, another patch, another patch. And there's a patch up here. The bed has been in the way, so I wasn't able to get that, but I'll float. It's not actually a patch, it's just a little bit of a crack. I'm gonna float that out. But yeah, everything is sanded, or majority of it sanded, like I said, besides the base. So let's get that done, and let's make this happen, man. All right, see you soon. Okay, here's the progress report, guys. So everything has been sanded, everything has been caulked, and everything that needed to be primed has been primed. Okay, so all these walls have been primed. I went through and I sanded all the casings, so anywhere that I burned through the paint, like right here, I spot primed over it. So anywhere on the casings, anywhere like that, but everything has been caulked in. I don't know if I filmed this earlier, but there was some big old gaps with the crown molding in here. So got rid of that. Went through and ripped out all the old school brackets for the, what are those things called? Blinds. Ripped those out. I put some Bondo filler in there on all of them. So all that is gone. I went through, I did all the patchwork, sanded that all out, primed. This place is looking great. And this is just primer, guys. So we still have a lot to go. But everything, anything with the wallpaper that was, where there was wallpaper, was all primed. This wall was primed because it was an oil base. The whole wall was painted in oil base. Ceiling in here was primed because it was also oil base. So here you have it, man. All primer. Boom. But ow. Patches look great. I came through and I spot primed all the patches. This wall, look at this wall. That was one hell of a patch right there. That was the one with the big old L in it. I had to float the whole thing out because there was just so many different levels of it. So got that fixed. So yeah, man, we're ready to go. Tomorrow I'm gonna come in and I'm painting all the trim, doors, baseboards, windows, all the trim will be well, I'm not gonna finish it tomorrow, but I'm gonna start it tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Patches around here are fixed. That big old patch right there is fixed. So all of this will be, there was a patch that he'd be repaired there. Got that repaired. So I'm gonna start on that tomorrow. So I'll start on the doors, and this was grinded down. He had to sand this down because the door was sticking. So he took a planer to it. Now the door doesn't properly closes. But boom. But it was all jacked up right here because it was hitting the door, cracking it. So anyhow, that's where we're at, man. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we're gonna be getting in the trim. Swiss coffee, semi-gloss, emerald, urethane. All right, guys. Good day. Okay, guys, I don't know where I left off last time. I think the last time I filmed, I was painting window sills. I ended up getting all the window sills done maybe yesterday. And then I got one coat on the doors yesterday. So today I went in, I put a second coat on all the doors. All the windows are done. I put a second coat on all the doors today. I also went through, so this carpet's getting ripped out and the carpet is so thick. It's a good carpet, man. And the green is really growing on me, but it's so thick, it rises above the, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, the trim on the bottom of it. And so I didn't want to fight with it. So I went and got some cheap paint, cheap paint. I went and got some cheap tape and I just pushed all the carpet down. That way I can just get it done. So I went through and I got 2 coats on all the baseboard. So the baseboard, all the trim work is done. So I'm about to take off right now and I'll be back in a minute. And when I come back, I will start cutting in all the ceilings throughout the house and get the ceilings done tomorrow. Then I'll start painting the walls. Unfortunately, I got 4 different colors to paint in here. So that's quite a bit. It's going to take some time, but I'm just so happy to be able to start getting some paint on the walls because I have been prepping such tedious stuff. There's so many holes, cracks. There's just so much to do in this house, man. The wallpaper was, it was 4 layers of wallpaper. It wasn't just 1 layer. It was 4 layers of wallpaper. So I got that done. I got all the holes repaired, everything. And now we're going to get into some color and we're going to make this thing pop like never before. This place, I'm telling you, just with the trim being white, it's just come out so beautiful. The other problem is, guys, is all the furniture. There's a lot of furniture here. And so I'm squeezing through, moving back and forth. It's just, they're great people, you know, they're in their 70s, and so they, you know, how much can they move? So I'm just working my ass off. So, but when I come back, getting into the ceiling paint, I can't wait to get into some ceiling paint. What I wish I can get into is some wall paint so I can get some color. Ceilings, they're going white. They're going the same Swiss coffee as the trim, so not much difference. But this place just looks grand. It looks so fresh. The doors, you know, they used to be yellow. You know, some of these doors, like any door that's on the inside of a closet, they didn't want to paint. They just wanted to paint what you can see. So let's do a little reveal. So I don't know if you can see that, the yellow, but it used to be a yellow and now it's a beautiful white. Woohoo! Hot diggity dog, man. This place is looking so good. There was just so, maybe this one will be a little bit better. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't paint those hinges. That's what color the doors used to be. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. You're not supposed to paint hinges. I don't paint hinges, so I just cut around it. Maybe they can take them off, strip them back to their original. But that's what the whole place looked like, that color. Those are the only ones that are painted like that. The rest are original and beautiful. So let's keep it that. Oh, you know what? There it is right there. So before, after. Before, after. The kitchen's gonna get remodeled, so I didn't paint that. We'll come back and do that in the future if we're blessed enough to get the call back. Probably will. These are great people. So anyways, that's where we're at, man. Look how beautiful the front door is. That thing needed some love, man. So painted this also, but that thing needed some love and I gave it the love it needed. Thanks be to God. Beautiful. All right, guys, no more rambling on. This is gonna be a long video, But this place is beautiful. I wish this is my house. I love all this, man. This is great. All right, peace out. Okay, guys, This is the final, and it came out beautiful. Holy Toledo, look at this. If this doesn't look absolutely amazing, I don't know what would. It came out so beautiful. Wallpaper in here, wallpaper in every room that I did. About 4 layers of wallpaper. Every room. I did not paint the ceiling in here, but I did do the crown in the dining room, all the windows, all the trim, all the door, all the baseboard. Oh man, this was a lot of work. Took me 3 weeks exactly to finish. So into the hallway, like I said, stripped all the wallpaper off. Okay, all the doors sanded, spot primed, painted. Look how beautiful this blue came out. Absolutely fantastic color. Came out so nice. Okay, all the crown trim, doors, baseboards was all painted with Sherwin-Williams urethane. Ceilings was Sherwin-Williams premium ceiling paint. Oh man, this thing came out fantastic. The walls were all painted with Sherwin-Williams super paint. Look at this yellow. Tell me this is an absolutely fantastic color. Man, wake up in the morning, look at the view on that. You know what I mean? So it was yellow wallpaper in here with the design. Now it's yellow walls, and it's just freaking top notch. So, okay guys, so there you have it. Estin Painting, Chico's favorite painter, your favorite painter. You need some paint done, call somebody else. Okay, no, call me. Talk